Welcome to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Michelle Stewart. Here are the stories that we are following today, July 15th, 2013. USA, worst heat wave of season. Bakes Northeast and Great Lakes. Marches rally follows Zimmerman's acquittal. Beyonce, Young Jeezy, and other celebrities honor Trayvon Martin with silence and song. A Vybz Kartel back in court today to begin murder trial. Mandela could be discharged from hospital to recuperate at home, former president said. In Jamaica, Chinese on the siege. Criminals, cops extort, rob businessmen at will. Chinese afraid to report crimes. Details on these headlines and more when we return.
5 million customers use Leica Mobile for affordable international mobile calls, connecting over 2.5 million mobile calls daily, helping our customers stay in touch with their loved ones, whether they be in Asia, Africa, Europe, or the rest of the world. Every 5 seconds, a new Leica Mobile customer joins our growing family, helping you to make affordable international calls across the world. Leica Mobile. Call the world for less.
Stop the music! It's week 2 of our used car blowout month, and this week it's guaranteed credit approval. If we can't show you how to get approved, that car is on us. Log on now, GrecoAuto.com.
Welcome back to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Michelle Stewart. This segment of the news is sponsored by Total Caribbean Network. Blistering heat and stifling humidity settled in on Monday over tens of millions of people from Maine through the Ojai Valley, and forecasters warned that relief was as far off as the weekend's day or night. The culprit was a dome of high pressure that effectively turned a quarter of the country into a convection oven. It is not expected to budge until a cold front shoves in out of the way on Friday. The heat was expected to be more stifling Monday at the Canadian border than in the Carolinas, and more oppressive along the Great Lakes than along the Rio Grande. Making matters worse, nighttime lows across much of the Northeast are expected to drop only to the low 80s, compounding the heat for the following day. In the dead of the night Monday in Philadelphia, it will feel like 90 degrees. If you think you're going to do a run later in the day, or you plan going into your garden later in the evening, you can't. It's just too hot, said Stephanie Abrams, a meteorologist from the Weather Channel. Forecasters said the heat would only grow by the day. The forecast high for Philadelphia is 94 on Monday, 95 on Wednesday, and 97 on Thursday. For Newark, New Jersey, the expected high is 95 on Monday, 97 on Thursday, and 98 on Friday. The Health Commission of Philadelphia, where the heat index Monday could reach as high as 103 degrees, activated special summer heat programs, including a hotline for heat emergencies. Con Edison, the utility that provides power to New York, said it was prepared for outages and had extra crews on call, although it said a $1.2 billion upgrade after Hurricane Sandy should help keep the juice flowing. The East wasn't the only part of the country broiling. The forecast high was 97 for Billings, Montana, 94 for Medford, Oregon, and 105 for Boise, Idaho. Those are as much as 10 degrees above average for this year. Rallies in support of Trayvon Martin grew in size and intensity Sunday night as protesters in some of America's largest cities continued demonstrating their anger at the acquittal of George Zimmerman. In Los Angeles, protesters marched onto Interstate 10, shutting down the freeway for nearly an hour. NBC Los Angeles report. The LA Police Department told NBC News that one arrest has been made during a demonstration after protesters threw rocks at police. LAPD Commander Andrew Smith further told NBC Los Angeles that officers fired beanbags at some protesters who threw objects at them. In New York City, thousands of demonstrators marched from Union Square to the tourist-heavy Times Square Sunday night, slowing and in some cases halting traffic. WNBC reported the area was gridlocked with people holding signs in support of Martin and Colin Zimmerman's acquittal, a failure of the judicial system. Police reported about 10 arrests for disorderly conduct at around 5 a.m., according to WNBC. This is a show of strength, but it's also a show of solidarity with the Martin family, because last night what happened was complete disrespect to them, said Imani Henry, an activist with the People's Power Assembly who had come for the protest in New York City Union Square Sunday afternoon. We want to show love and we want to respect them. Some in the crowd said they were still in shock over the verdict. I have been speechless all night. I couldn't sleep, said Kelly Knight, a Brooklyn borough president who came to the protest. I too have a young daughter, and I thought if it could happen to him, it could happen to her, she further said. Local churches across the country were also organizing rallies and urging supporters to wear hoodies in honor of Martin, who was wearing a black hoodie when Zimmerman shot him in the chest on February 26, 2012. Zimmerman said he shot Martin in self-defense after the teen attacked him. In Sanford, Florida, where the shooting took place, demonstrators continued to hold rallies well into Sunday evening. Along with expressing solidarity with Martin, many held signs calling for an end to Florida's Stand Your Ground laws, which allows people fearing for their lives to use deadly force if they believe their lives are at risk. In the Florida state capital of Tallahassee on Sunday, roughly 200 protesters, some wearing hoodies, sang songs of justice and carried signs that said, "Racism is not dead." After the verdict on Saturday night in San Francisco, about 200 people marched down Mission Street carrying yellow signs that said, "The whole system is racist and the people say guilty." Dancehall's self-proclaimed world boss, who will be back in court today to begin his oft-delayed murder trial, Vybz Kartel, was arrested and charged with Barrington Bossy Barton's murder in September 2011. According to the police report, Barton, who is a promoter from St. Catherine, was shot and killed in July of 2011 in Gregory Park. Nigel Thompson and Lindbergh McDonald were also both charged for Burton's murder. After numerous delays since last year, the trial is finally scheduled to get underway today. Both the prosecution and the defense will present their sides of the story to a 12-member jury. Vybz Kartel continues to maintain his innocence. If convicted, the dancehall star could be sent to prison for life. You are watching Caribbean Affiliate News. We will be right back.
Since we announced Sign and Drive with zero out of pocket and low monthly payments, cars been flying out of Bronx Honda at a record pace. Whoa! New Accord with zero out of pocket for $249 a month, or new Civics just $199 per month, or save thousands with 0% financing. You never had to leave the Bronx to get the best price on the Honda. Bronx Honda guarantees the lowest price in the Bronx. Bronx Honda, East Tremont Avenue. Visit BronxHonda.com.